Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to another edition of Living World of Darkness, Big Apple Takedown. Ever in the holiday spirit and one to be inclusive, the visionary known as Rebecca invited a few of her fellow hunters out for a festive night out on the town. Of course, Emma being in a pretty rough state after the events of the final showdown with the tree people could only take so much of being out and not relaxed on her couch like she's been. So once it got too much for her and she decided she needed to get back home, Rebecca was helpful in that. And we start our scene. It's been probably about 30 minutes since they got back, and Emma's definitely showing signs of somebody who's made poor life decisions as far as what they wash down their painkillers with. So she's actually in a fairly good mood as they as she sits on the couch, sort of relaxed back and just kind of sitting there with a almost sublime look on her face at the moment.
Rebecca has been in the kitchen, been going through Emma's cupboards and fridge briefly, probably making tea or something hot to drink, but also taking note of whether or not she has food for the next couple days, and seeing that there's not anything really nutritious on hand since the last stop that she made to deliver food. She shoots a text to Ethan asking whether he can bring by some stuff on his way back home when he goes home.
Yeah, I'll say yeah, of course. I'll stop by on the way. And no, because he's he wants to he wants to be good. I'll make a roll for it, but he'll go look for a good, like the best quality deli he can find on the that's open at this time. I guess that would be a intelligence streetwise.
Mm-hmm.
5 and we get a willpower every week. He'll do a willpower, even if it's not that important. It's important to him. And look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the willpower. He got a good deli. So after a while, he'll knock at the door.
Rebecca, I think someone's at the door.
Oh, it's Ethan. I told him to bring some food for tomorrow.
Okay.
She heads for the door.
Definitely getting up to go over the door.
Do you mind if I get it?
You do that.
Do you want something to drink? She asks as she walks by and gives Ethan a grin.
I think there's some ciders in the fridge.
Hey, again.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
This is supposed to be super good quality. One of the best delis, apparently. And I was lucky. Got here just before they closed.
Well done. I was thinking tea, something non-alcoholic with the painkillers. You're looking a little flushed.
And I didn't even put makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Twist my arm, why don't you? I think one of the bottom cabinets. I think I got like a couple packs of Earl Grey because you're all about that tea.
Mm-hmm. She grins at Ethan and closes the door behind him and then goes to make some more tea.
Ethan will just go to the fridge, start putting things in the fridge there, filling it up.
Fridge is just filled with fast food and utterly non-nutritious stuff, and 2 jars of elastic kosher dill pickles.
Emma, when the bread in the burger goes green, you're supposed to throw it away.
I think that's what they did when they got ripe.
Doesn't
No
get
wonder
right, Emma. You're smart.
No wonder they tasted so funny.
Well, that meatloaf is supposed to be pretty good, so try to eat it before that goes off.
I promise to try.
Rebecca brings out the tea, offers it carefully.
Emma will sit up with that, just, that trace of a. If she does. This is easily the second worst stab wound I've had in my life.
You look pretty bad.
That's what happens when you see a vet for for medical treatment.
We should probably get you something better.
I am sure that will go over very well at a primary care practitioner's office. Hey, where did you get this wound, and why is it stitched up? How did you do that? Sure,
Rebecca
that
looks away.
it's not going to get any authorities involved now, is it? But it's all right. I've got um, plenty of antibiotics, so I'm not getting an infection. And that's really the only thing I need to worry about at this point.
Yeah. I wonder if the werewolves would help.
Werewolves can help with that.
They helped me when I was shot. They have these gourds. These gourds with some kind of werewolf magic, I guess.
Yeah, that doesn't really sound appealing considering one of them tried to murder me.
Have you decided that all of them are evil then?
No, they just make me apprehensive, is all.
Just checking. Oh, Rebecca's phone goes off. I'll be right back.
I'm pretty sure Natalia was offering to, well, kill Slugger back there, but Well, apparently, Rebecca said we don't want that to happen. I'll smile at her, at Emma.
Hmm. Well, I guess it's nice to have a hit woman on call or street tough or whatever. Not ruling it out though.
We can't have him. Well, as much as it disappoints me, yeah, we can't have him killed. He is still someone that's on our side. He's an asshole, but he's on our side.
Yeah, I've got like a 4-inch deep thing here on the side that kind of says to the contrary. But hey, what do I know?
You did try to attack him.
I did no such thing.
Which brings me to something I want to know. Okay, if I may ask, what happened after I left you guys at OC? What the name of the bar where they hang? Where there's
I forget, but it was the bar where we met with Zach's contacts.
yeah. But yeah, he'll name the bar after.
Things went a little sideways when he got mouthy, and I don't know.
What did he say to you?
Typical chauvinistic, arrogant, asshole-ish stuff.
Can I know what exactly? I'm trying to get both as well. Trying to get what happened.
To be honest, what he was saying was kind of secondary. But let me put it to you this way. He said a few things, and I saw a few things, and he pressed on a raw nerve, so I jumped the table and put a knife to his throat.
I'll be honest, if the guy wasn't a hunter, fuck, probably would have bashed his, well, maybe not killed him, but at least would have punched his face by now. Unfortunately, he might come into help into getting rid of those big bad things.
As Rebecca comes back in, frowning at her phone and pushing buttons.
There's plenty of bad in him, Ethan. You think I would just go at a person for no fucking reason?
I'm trying to work out what happened for our cause in general. We don't want one of us, even if it's an asshole, to go, well, whatever is it. Oh, see, what was the word that Rebecca used to the ones that just kill all
LWoD?
wayward? because we don't want or second chance. What was the name of the gang? That was it. The second chance? No, that was the zombies. I think
The
she
second
named
shift
the.
answers were working with the Waywards, though.
Okay, we don't want him to become wayward.
I don't know anything about Waywards, but certainly saw a monster that night at the bar.
Are you talking about Slugger?
She'll nod as she kind of like rests back and takes a sip out of the teacup and then sets it down.
What exactly did he do to you?
Nothing that he did to me.
What did he do to someone else?
Did you notice the way that that woman next to him, that other guy, looked? The expression on their faces, the flinching.
There was only one flinch. I asked them about it.
Did they answer with the truth?
They answered with a truth.
Come on, Rebecca, you're not that naive.
I'm not naive. I'm not in the least naive. I think of anyone here, I think I'm probably the least naive. He's protecting them.
You know, I've heard people like that before. Claim the same thing while doing terrible stuff.
Do you think I haven't? I think you wanted to see a monster, and you saw one. I'm worried that there's not more nuance in you. Either of you.
I didn't call him a monster.
She tips her teacup towards him.
I mean, I think he's a and if he wasn't a hunter, I probably would have punched his outside by now, but
But he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything at all. He was a little rude. Are you both? Have you gone crazy? I can't imagine no one's ever been rude to you before.
it's more than rude. He's misogynistic. He's the way he treats. I wasn't there for the whole time, but the way he talked to Ellicat and Firefox was like they were beneath him.
He's obviously an asshole. But since when do we solve our problems by punching them? What does that make us? Who does that make us? She turns and goes to the kitchen, just like she needs a breath.
I know what I saw. You know, heat's getting worse these days.
Yeah, but we don't want to make it even worse than that. And well, I don't like it, but angering that asshole further is going to make things worse.
Doesn't seem like it can get too much worse from here, she says as she starts to push herself up with a wince.
Well, we often think that world, I don't know, I think the world could have a nasty answer for that.
Emma will shrug and she'll start to stumble towards the refrigerator and open up the freezer and pull out a bag of dark chocolate Lindor truffles.
I'm assuming she goes into the kitchen where is the freezer. So I'm assuming she's in the kitchen where Rebecca is.
Yeah, I mean, like, her kitchen's not partitioned off. Like, it's,
Sure.
Living room, dining room, kitchen combo.
Sure. Rebecca just needed a little bit of privacy to kind of keep her face to herself for a minute. And when she'll roll for it. Are we set up in a dice roller?
We rolled in there, but we aren't necessarily set up because we're...
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. We're animals. We're animals. Yeah, I forgot to set up a scene.
So yeah, she keeps her face. She tries to keep the worry off her face as Emma goes into the freezer, but when she pulls out dark chocolate, there's like a relief and a fondness that just kind of almost bows her shoulders.
And she tosses the bag onto the counter. And because they're frozen, they make that nice clattering sound.
Emma, what / are your mom?
What?
What / are your mom?
What are you talking about?
On the dice roller, Hunter dice roller. If you look up, you type /r your mom.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The Hunter dice roller.
That was last Thursday.
Oh. It wasn't working. So I got it to work. Oh, I rolled in the wrong place. I'm an animal. Gosh darn it.
Birds of a feather. Emma will look over at Rebecca.
She's watching her.
Thought it kind of odd you didn't come and check on me.
I didn't think you needed me around right then.
And what makes you think that?
I was in a pretty foul mood. You seem pretty determined to handle things your way. That seemed like a dangerous combination.
She'll kind of wince a bit as she takes the bag and just holds it on her side. So you thought, what, that I'd come after you next?
Let's just say the thought had crossed my mind. All things considered, there's a fairly good chance that I would have opinions you didn't want to hear.
One thing to think and another thing to hear it out loud. And while she's looking at Rebecca, she'll kind of trail her eyes over to a spot in the wall where a glass, I think it was, at one time impacted.
Rebecca has probably been very carefully not looking over there all night, pretending that that particular spot doesn't exist.
So you think that I'm not safe to be around?
You wouldn't be the first in our merry little band to attack me. And you are obviously in a headspace that I can't quite understand.
No, you probably couldn't. some weight to what you said about that whole wanting to see a monster.
She doesn't say anything. She just sips at her tea, doesn't look away. I know that. That actually is saying something. She doesn't say that.
She'll turn away and look out the window.
What did you think was going to happen?
To be honest, I don't know.
You were flush with the heat of battle? With victory? Thought you'd build on that? Thought he could take it? Maybe it just didn't matter if he could take it or not.
I honestly don't know.
That's why I'm asking you. I want you to think about it.
See, that's the problem. The more I think about it, the angrier I get.
Maybe you need to think about how you're thinking about it. Write it down. 2 columns. On one side, the angry things. On the other side, the not angry things. The things that you would be thinking if you weren't angry.
Well, Rebecca, a lot of times when I'm not angry, I'm terrified.
Put it on paper. Recognize what's fear talking and what's deliberate, willful ignorance to avoid fear. You only have that luxury of that ignorance if you're relying on someone else to call the shots. And she points towards Ethan. If you want to be ignorant, wait for his orders. Ethan, are you okay out there? She just raises her voice just a little bit.
I'm fine.
Do you want some tea?
Now can do with tea.
I'll make you some.
Thanks.
She turns and starts making tea. She's very careful with how she sets things down so that they don't slam. There's almost no noise.
Honestly, if I was the leader of the thing, I wouldn't want someone. And he looks at Emma if he said this to just listen to my orders. I'd like someone who I know has my back, like I've had theirs.
This isn't
No.
about what you want. Emma has to choose. She has to choose what she wants to rule her. I trust you to make the judgment that you have to make. And to hold your hand until it needs. Until you can't. And if she needs it, to hold hers.
I'm always there for that.
Sorry, what did he say?
I'm always there for that.
I know you are.
Emma's exceptionally strong jawline is sort of working itself sort of back and forth.
Rebecca hands Ethan his tea and watches Emma.
Emma shakes her head.
What's that?
Something's broken.
I know.
No, it's not. Anger, the heat. I've felt all that before. But the other night, something just went nuclear.
What would have happened if I hadn't intervened? Well, what do you think would have happened if I hadn't intervened?
You sure you all want to hear that answer?
Sorry, what'd you say? You got super quiet, Vinny.
Oh, sorry. One of the problems of not having your microphone in your headset anymore. She said, do you all really want that answer?
Plan ahead. If your instincts are broken, you have to thwart them. Sorry, Nelson, I have an echo.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
And what exactly am I supposed to do?
Make sure he's here. She points at Ethan again. When you hunt, take someone with you. Someone you can trust to have a clear head.
Takes a moment, but when Rebecca says that, her eyes just kind of go up and meet Rebecca's for a moment.
Rebecca's been watching her very intently this whole time. Her face is kind of twisted. It's twisted hard. Like this is not a fun conversation. She looks like this entire conversation hurts her. We're here for you. I didn't come check on you, but if you had sent a single text asking me to, I would have come. I hope you know that. I hope you'll never forget that. You've what?
Sorry. Just checking my character sheet because she's gonna roll.
Did you roll manip sub?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a bad night to fail. Oh no. Oh no. That's a double botch.
That's a double botch. Fuck. I figure with a botch, you'd probably just come out and say it.
Okay.
I really just wanted to hide it. Emma's eyes kind of snap up, and kind of the same way I told you about how I'd never hurt you. Specifically.
Out of character, did she say that?
That night, or when they addressed what happened that night, yeah.
She said she'd never heard her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was it Ethan that she told not to get close?
Yes.
Okay. Rebecca is going to meet her eye. For just a minute. Then she's going to take a deep breath and nod. I'll do better.
Kind of rolling off that double botch, you can see that. And fucking 5 successes. Jesus Christ. Both of them can see that, like, Emma's fighting her natural kind of gut instinct to immediately go into that lashing out. Response that she normally has. And she has to actually curl one arm around herself just to kind of press into her side, just to keep herself from saying something or shouting or anything that she might regret.
Rebecca kind of flinches and looks towards the exit to the little kitchen area. Is there a kitchen area? Is it like a...
It's literally like the living, that whole room is like a square, and then there's
Gotcha, okay.
like a countertop that loops around.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's all an exit.
Okay. She, in that case, she's going to kind of glance away and then go and sit down on the couch. She'll kind of pat the edge of it.
Ugh.
What is that?
So one of the common side effects about mixing alcohol and painkillers,
Mm-hmm.
you get real sick.
Okay.
So yeah, she sort of puts herself over the sink and as quietly as possible, which isn't all that great. She starts to retch
Rebecca comes back to her feet and,
Forgot I was muted again.
oh no!
Ethan is, oh, well, I guess they both go to her then. Ethan is going to try and, like, hold her hair up.
If Ethan's got that, Rebecca's gonna head for the bathroom and see if she can find a towel to get wet.
Well, if there's anything Emma's good about is keeping up on her laundry. So over the toilet, she's got one of those shelves that's just stocked with towels.
Okay. Rebecca grabs a towel, and if she can find a washcloth, she grabs that too. Gets them both wet.
So that's why you don't mix alcohol and painkillers?
There's a lot of reasons you don't do that. And it's just more retching and more shaking before she finally turns on the sink.
By then, Rebecca's waiting, giving her some space, and Ethan's holding her and just waiting with cold towels.
And she'll turn around and just kind of offer out a hand towards the towel.
She holds out the washcloth first for her to wipe her face with. If she looks unsteady about it, Rebecca will wipe it for her.
She'll put an arm on the counter to keep herself balanced, and she'll wipe her mouth off.
Mm-hmm. For the record, for reasons, Rebecca looks fairly experienced with this kind of thing.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
Rebecca and her alcoholic friends.
Oh, that hurt a lot.
I can only imagine. You should probably get some rest. If you want, we can put on a movie. You have Netflix, right?
She'll look up at Rebecca with just kind of like a raised brow. Do I look like I'm made of money?
Well, I'll use mine then.
There's like a lip curl when she said that.
When she said she'd use hers, or when she said, do I look like
I'm made of money?
Okay. Rebecca will go turn on the TV, and if it connects to the internet or whatever, she will...
She's got like a Roku, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not an Amazon Fire Roku, because she can't afford an Amazon Fire TV stick.
Well, from now on, Emma can use Rebecca's Netflix. She logs in and starts scrolling through movies. Have you eaten yet today? This isn't a good time to eat. Never mind. Cancel that. As soon as you're feeling better, though.
She'll grab a glass and fill it up with water to swish out her mouth.
Rebecca keeps an eye on the kitchen from out here.
Emma's going to lower herself gingerly onto the couch and just kind of rub at her side just gently. And it really doesn't take her long to just fall asleep, pass out.
Rebecca will hand over the remote once she's settled, and we'll go to the bedroom and see if she can find blankets.
There's plenty of those.
She'll bring them back and tuck her in, and then kind of curl up nearby to watch the movie. Half watch the movie and half keep an eye on Emma.
Ethan will watch the movie too. I'll stay there.
Once she falls asleep, Rebecca says, I don't think it's probably a good idea to move her. I think if we jostle her, we'll wake her up. With all that going on, she's probably fine on the couch.
She'll be fine.
Thanks for coming.
No worries. I was gonna stay here. And he'll look. See that spot? That as he points to a spot on the floor. That spot looks plenty comfortable. You take the bed. We can stay here for her tonight. We can both stay here for her tonight. If she needs any help, she has both of us.
Have I mentioned you're a good man?
You have. I'll smile.
Did you find out what you wanted to find out?
Pretty much, yeah.
She watches him for a minute and then nods.
He'll probably, he'll watch the movie, and after a while, he'll probably. You can see he's probably it's not the first time. It's been a while, but it's not the first time he sleeps on the floor.
No.
Out of character, I should warn you. You sleep on the floor, you subject yourself to the rule of Bigglesby.
Oh my god, I forgot about I forgot about Bigglesby. Oh no. Bigglesby doesn't get in the bed, does he?
Sometimes.
If Bigglesby gets in the bed, they're all going to wake up in the middle of the night to Rebecca probably shrieking. She tries to cuddle something that is not a cat.
She'll probably get bit.
She'll probably get bit. Rabies shots for Rebecca.
He's not rabid. He's just an asshole.
I mean, if it tries to attack or tries to attack it, anything will probably do that thing. You know what you do to a pet when they're going crazy, and you hold them, and then you hold them next to you till they go asleep.
I'm gonna show you a video of me, Nelson.
Oh no.
And why that's a bad idea.
I mean,
fucking spring with teeth.
Legit. And claws.
And claws. And absolutely no fear. Anyway.
No fear.
I think that's a great place to call this a scene. So, thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching.